All right, it's Thursday, and that means we have Dr. Joe Landers here to answer your online pet questions, and he's brought along Todd this morning. Good morning.
This is Todd. Yes, Todd's
it says here that Todd is a spaz. Sounds like a lovely dog, Dr.
He is.
Joe.
Well, they put that on there, and I told him they should change that because he's actually, this is what he wants to do. He spazzes till you hold him.
Gotcha.
He really
so
wants
you can
to
calm him down.
Oh, absolutely. This is no drugs involved here. He's all good. But he's a nice little dog. He's about 2 years old. He had a broken leg, and so they've had him for quite a while. And they have quite a few Chihuahuas lately, so he's had, I was told to remind everyone he's half price over at the adoption center or so. But he's, and that number is
794-6688. I'm always here to help you, Dr.
Absolutely,
Joe.
Thank you.
And Todd's 2 years old, and
he's 2
a
years
pretty
old.
great dog.
Yes, he's probably mostly Chihuahua. He's got a little terrier. He's very long-legged here, and he's kind of, a lot of times, he's got something else mixed in. But he's a good little guy. I call him a fox. He looks like a little fox.
He does. And we'll give you that number one more time at the end here. First, though, we got a question from Danny. He says, I have a 2-year-old Chihuahua. She's sweet as can be until somebody comes around. She tries to attack everybody that she sees, and especially children, apparently. He says he's tried everything to break her of this. Any suggestions?
Yep. What I'll tell people is, and the way I've done this in the past, is bribing. And bribing, I don't want to bribe. Well, too bad. And really what he needs to do is make sure he has control of the dog on a leash, but he needs other people to feed this dog. And you need to find something that this dog will walk through fire for, and not just necessarily a dog treat. It may be a piece of cheese, maybe a piece of bread, it may be a little bit of Braunschweiger or something. And it takes a long time, but and a lot of times people can't just give it to the dog. They have to drop it, and the guy comes up and the dog will eat it. And then sooner or later, what the dog will start to expect is that people are equal to great treats. And it takes a little while, and you got to be persistent about it and not let anything bad happen. For instance, someone that comes up and, the dog has an incident where it bites, but just really bribe this dog. It takes a while. The dog will gain some weight during the process. But after a while, the dog will come to respect and like that. So.
All right, so bribing can work. All right, the next question is from Carol, and Carol asks, is it a good idea to let pets sleep in the same bed as its owner? Ticks and fleas are her concern.
Yeah, everyone has their preference, and I'm okay. I'm kind of a lighter sleeper, so I'm not huge on it. It actually doesn't bother me too much. Although, and this is actually kind of a little bit of warning, it's personal preference, no big deal. If the dog tries to be dominant about it, you get kicked off onto the floor, because a lot of times they'll actually start biting the spouse and getting the spouse out of bed. So
you don't want that.
But the other deal is, and just kind of a deal, especially with puppies and kittens, is if you're going to do that, early on, you want to be very, very careful, because if you roll over accidentally, it's just like a child in a bed. It's not a good idea in my deal. And there's kind of a side note on this subject. I've had that happen before, and it's awful. So
sure.
So puppies and kittens are kind of an exception to that. Have a little bed on your bed or something like that. So.
All right. And Todd was yawning during our segment.
He is yawning.
So I think he's bored with us, Dr.
He is
Joe.
a little bored.
If you would like to adopt Todd, you can call the Adoption Center again at 918-794-6688. And if you want to learn more about Heritage Animal Hospital, where Dr. Joe works, see other pets who need homes, or watch this segment again, go to our website, kjrh.com.